is in the house. Yeah, 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 yeah. We are kicking it with Auntie Leah. Yeah, let's get it, let's do it, let's go. Yeah, let's go, let's get it with Auntie Leah. Yeah, yeah, come on, let's do it. Nothing better than kicking it with Auntie Leah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Auntie Leah is in the house. Yeah, 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 yeah. We are kicking it with Auntie Leah. Yeah, let's get it, let's do it. Come on in. Come on in now. So Auntie Leah can do a thing. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yo, welcome to Kicking It with Auntie Leah. Thank you for everybody that's in the building. I do know that there is another family member that is live, set in the West. He is live. So I do know that some people are still over there. Everybody, please welcome Travis Jeffries back to the show. We are so glad to have you here with us, Travis. And I want to thank you for thanking me for the song that I made for you. And it was just a beautiful thing, tribute to me. And I just want to say thank you. And it's an honor to have made that song for you. And I'm glad you like it. I have several other songs, but
yeah,
let's go ahead and just hear
now
one of the
Zach
songs.
is ready.
I think this is for you.
Okay.
Get the fighter and the rock star.
He is a fighter and a rock star.
Running Jeffries.
Inspiration to a nation and to future generations. He never folded, his faith was solid. He stayed true to his faith until he died. Healing that is, he was feeling his.
Come on.
He looked death in the face and put it in its place.
In the 90s, a boy, Travis by name. At 6 years old, entered the world's frame. With swords in his throat, he could not eat, you see. Kept alive by a tube for 14 hours daily. With 3 sci-fi drugs, he fought AIDS with all his might. A documentary captured his heartbreaking plight. But it ended right there, on the edge of a knife. A new treatment was starting to wager his life. The world stopped its watching, his story went cold. This is what happened, a tale to be told. The film Simply Travis made his debut when the AIDS crisis was tragically new. Born with HIV in the South Bronx embrace, raised by his grandma Geneva with love and with grace. The film showed a childhood the illness had claimed. A boy tied to a pump, forever contained. He could only just watch other kids in the snow. A heartbreaking picture of a childhood let go. The story then turned on a choice brave and bold by his doctor Heidi Bella. A story was told. When you proteins inhibitors, she tried for a cure. A shot in the dark for a child to be sure.
Everybody turn over Travis Jeffries.
He is a fighter and a rock star.
Spin it, Chuck.
Inspiration to a nation and to future generations. He never folded, his faith was solid.
His faith was solid.
He stayed true to his faith until he got it. Healing that is, he was feeling it's his. He looked death in the face and put it in its place.
The film left you hanging with that fragile plea, but soon won a party for the world to see. And then the filmic Richard cut a pass from this life, leaving his subject to continue the strife. A last public note said his life was robust and grand. Then for 2 decades, he vanished from the land. No interviews followed, no updates appeared. A profound silence was all that was heard. This quiet wasn't a riddle or a game, but a victory where he finally reclaimed the one thing the illness had taken away, the chance to be a person at the end of the day. Travis's journey, a story so deep, is a vital piece of history to keep. It put a human face on the AIDS epidemic's dread, moving past numbers to the real lives instead. It showed us the battles that patients fought through, and the heroism of caregivers like Geneva so true. He's not just a symbol of a disease of sad art, but of the fight for a normal life, a brand new start. His greatest crime wasn't found in the light, but the quiet existence he won with his might.
His story reminds us of the will to survive a climb. If it moved you, please share it so we don't lose his time.
Yeah.
Let his history be known. Let it not be erased. And for more tales of strength, subscribe to this page. He is a fighter and a rock star. An inspiration to a nation and to future generations. Never folded, his faith was solid. He stayed true to his faith until he got it. Healing that is, he was feeling it's his. He looked death in the face and put it in its place.
The boy from the Bronx, tied to a machine's cold hum, became the face of a crisis for all that would come. He survived all the drugs and the feeding tube's pain, defying the prognosis again and again. His greatest victory wasn't fame or a world on a stage, but the life that he built on a brand new quiet page. He won the great right to just grow up and be free, a tribute that sometimes survival is the key. The boy from the Bronx, tied to a machine's cold hum, became the face of a crisis for all that would come. He survived all the drugs and the feeding tube's pain, defying the prognosis again and again. His greatest victory wasn't fame or a world on a stage, but the life that he built on a brand new quiet page. He won the great right to just grow up and be free, a tribute that sometimes survival is the key. His name is Travis Jeffries, a man born with AIDS, destined for death, till he changed his own destiny by looking death in the face and said, no, you can't have me. Travis Jeffries.
Welcome.
Now it's Davis, baby.
Yes. We are so happy to have you back with us today, Travis. How are you today?
I'm doing okay. Thanks for having me back.
You doing all good? Oh,
Yes.
you're very welcome. You're always welcome. I'm going to drop the link for the normal panel to come up if they desire to. We
Okay.
have Temper in the building. We have Nick's Mountain Goat in the building. Hi, Empress. Hi, Kat. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming back.
Hey,
To
Patricia.
kick it with. Hey, Patricia Blair, Dish and Tea. Travis, go ahead and get your shout outs. This is your family.
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing?
We are so happy to have you back today. So how are you doing today? You doing okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm doing okay. I had to work earlier, but, I'm home,
Did you?
chilling.
You're home?
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yes.
saw you were playing your game earlier today. So
Oh, yeah, that's
again, it's a
that's how I
limited.
cool down.
That's how you cool down.
Yeah.
I'll pop in sometime just to say hi.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Yep. And we have Empress, my Keisha. I don't think I've ever seen that name. So she's telling you, hey Travis, hey dishing tea with D.
Hey,
Uh
y'all. How y'all doing?
yes. Can one of the moderators please drop Travis Jeffries' link in the chat? We have a few people that are asking so they can join his channel. Please, everyone, subscribe to Jeffries' channel. He cooks. He claims he's not a good cooker. He's not a chef. We're not chef, but he still cooks and he plays his game and he does, I believe, short like
Videos.
videos about his life, right? In the documentary. Now, before we start with the questioning, because guys, last time I only got to question 9. I have 40 questions, so, and I want all my questions answered because Auntie is just bossy like that. You guys know all about it anyway. But we're gonna go ahead and pull up a little bit more of that documentary that touched all of our hearts when we were doing the documentary about Easy E and his demise. Did you get a chance to watch anything, Travis? If not, it's okay, but I'm just asking.
I seen something that popped up with Easy E, and I
Okay.
watched some of it, and it was interesting. I
Yeah.
never like I knew about Easy E, but never like
Hmm.
back then. I never listened to rap
You
back then
would.
because my grandmother
Oh
wasn't
yeah.
like that. She never let us listen to rap.
And plus, you were so young, you wouldn't really remember Easy. You know, Easy does it. No, that was not for kids.
Right.
But as I told you last time, we actually compared your life and how you were born with the disease. Yes, you suffered and you went through many trials and tribulations, but he was actually given the disease and he learned about the disease in 30 less than 30 days of his demise.
Right.
And Easy E was had millions of dollars, and we just kind of compared your treatment, to his, and we kind of figured, hey, there's something about Mary's that something nefarious went on with that. Maybe somebody stuck him with a needle. It's really deep. So when you get a chance, I will ask that you go ahead, since you're a part of this family now, and watch the documentary that I put out on Easy E. Well, it's a live. It's not. It's a live reaction. So
Okay.
it's not really a documentary. So guys, let's go ahead and get into where we left off with the documentary on Travis when he was a child. As look at a little bit of that. I know that it has to be kind of, I don't know, um, weird maybe to see you in this state. I'm not sure how you feel, but we'll ask you about that in a minute, okay?
Okay.
All right. So this is a part that really broke a lot of our hearts. To see you, this beautiful young boy who basically didn't have a choice, right? In this matter, you were born this way. So, and to see you in pain just broke all of our hearts.
Get up there.
The side effects of the medicine Travis takes for his AIDS make him sick. He's also getting ulcers in his mouth and deep down in his throat.
Lay on your ear. You gotta go to the bathroom? Well, lay on your... What's wrong? Your ear hurt? Hmm? Hmm? Where your stomach hurt at? Where your stomach hurt at? Come on, get up. Come on now, get up. Come on, Travis, get up now. Go over there on the cot. That's right. And then there's his stool is black. I know that's medication most likely. And it's just run, you know what I mean, just run out. That's the reason why I'm scared to put him in the bed without a pamper on, because he makes it to the bathroom at times, but if he had to go to the bathroom, it comes down. So, at times you don't know what to think. At times you think everything is okay, and then all of a sudden everything is not okay.
She's the one who takes care of him. She's the one who in the middle of the night has to clean him up and clean his sheets and put him in the bathtub when he soils himself all over. She's the one who's got to think about how many cc's of fluid she's going to need to bring him away for the weekend. There's a great burden on someone who's that primary caretaker for someone as ill, really, as Travis is. And even if I don't have words to give back to her that's going to make her feel better, it's just important to have the time. And for her to know that someone else can listen to what she's saying and can take it in a way.
Okay. All right, Travis. So, question. Do you remember how it was back then when you were 6 years old? Do you remember the pain that you were feeling? Do you remember the difficulties of the side effects of the medication and the disease that you were born with?
I remember like the throat infections, me not being able to eat anything or swallow anything because every time, like,
Yes.
especially when my mouth filled up with saliva, and then I had to that's why I spit it out in the doctor's office because I couldn't swallow it. The the effects from the medication, I do remember some of them. Like they used to
Okay.
hurt my stomach really bad. Used to burn
Yeah.
going down when I had to take them because most of them was majority of them was liquid. So taking them was some of them didn't taste good. Some of them did okay, but
Okay.
I remember some of the side effects and stuff.
Okay. So, okay. Can you guys hear me okay? I think that Darius is saying that I sound really low. You know, they always messing with me, girl. But we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on in Jesus' name. Yes, yes, sir. So okay, do you remember the pain that you were feeling? Because you was like screaming in agony. And oh my God, it was the worst ever.
The pain I remember was the throat infection
The
because
throat
that
infection.
prevented me from, and also like some of the stomach aches, but mainly the throat infection because it prevented me from doing like eating food, solid foods. So
Right, right.
that's one of the reasons why my doctor made the decision about giving me a feeding tube. I'm guessing because this is what I reason why say I'm guessing is because she spoke to my grandmother, so everything went through my grandmother, and
Okay.
she handled all of that.
Okay. And by the way, your grandmother is like one of the most amazing women that I have encountered to take on the burden, just to copy, not copy, but to piggyback off what Jaguar Wright told you on the last interview, how amazing she was. Um, Basically, to take on that burden of being your caretaker, right? Along with other children in the home was something that some people way back then would not they wouldn't have done, right? Because back then the disease was a detrimental stigma. They didn't know how they can catch it, so they were scared. But I see you walk into the park holding your cousin's hands. Your grandmother's not afraid to, put your diaper on you, feed you, be with you, all that. It's just amazing. She was amazing. And I'm sorry that she's not in your life right now physically, but always know she is with you spiritually. And I'm sure you know that.
Thank you,
So
thank you. Yeah, she
you're
wasn't
welcome.
amazing, but with the park, my grandmother was overprotected over me, so along with my friend and my cousin, they had to like kind of convince her to let them take me to the park. But being out, I was like with Rich all the time. She
Hmm.
trusted Rich, so it was like, okay, you gonna be with them, all right? You can go to the park. So
Yeah. So bringing up Rich, who was Rich? He was your cousin.
Rich was a friend that I met in the hospital. So Dr. Rabinowitz is the one that introduced me to Richard on
Okay.
VC4 in Presbyterian, and he had spoken to my grandmother about like doing a documentary, and my grandmother
Mm-hmm.
was like, okay, cool. I don't know what was said, how this became,
Right.
put together, but
Mm-hmm.
Rich became more like a more family than a friend. So,
Right.
because he was always around us, and then you see his sister Maggie Kotuk, became close to his family and stuff. So
Yeah.
eventually,
Okay. All right. Cool. Hey, Jag. The Jaguar Right Effect is in the comments. Travis.
hey Jag, how you doing?
Yeah, she speaks so highly of you. You inspire her so much, as I know that she did you because you did that video of, just thanking us all for the warmth, the welcoming spirit, that we gave you. Let me ask you this: when you interviewed on other platforms, did you not feel that? Was it something different? Because I don't see that you made video for other people that have interviewed you. I want to know because my style of interviewing kind of mimics the Jaguar, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's definitely way better than me. A great teacher, great interviewer, but it's a different style, right? It's more down to earth and one on one. Did you feel like you had mentioned that you were not nervous? You felt so relaxed, and so tell me a little bit about the difference between how we interview you here on this platform versus other platforms.
Well, this is the first platform that I was interviewed on. And
Okay.
I'm used to going to like well, I went to a film festival where I had to speak in front of a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Also, from time I went to like a college. It was like a couple of years ago when I had to.
Mm-hmm.
They showed the documentary, and then I had to speak in front of a bunch of college students. And yes, I was nervous about coming on to your show, but then you guys made it relaxing. I'm like, geez, it's
Yes.
that all that nervousness went out the window, and it was like everything was mellow. So that's what like actually calmed me down more. It was like you guys being open and welcoming
Right.
and everything. So, but this is the first platform got interviewed on.
Okay. All right. So the other platforms that I see are just people making refurbished content of your current videos that you're updating, and as well as the documentary. Got it. All right.
Yes.
So if you don't mind, can I go ahead and play a snippet? Well, I want to play the whole video of your gratitude to this channel, your gratitude to Jaguar Wright, Set in the West, the whole family as a whole. I think it's important that the world needs to see how you appreciate it, how you were treated here, to kind of combat a lot of the negativity that goes on when it comes to Jaguar Wright. Is it okay that I play that tribute video or that gratitude video so that everyone can see what I'm
Yes,
talking about?
it's okay. It's cool.
Perfect. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and cue up that video that basically Travis made for this channel. I got issues, but yeah, I know. So Auntie's getting it together. So let's just take a look at what he put together for us.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Travis, and I am back today with a new video. And today, I want to give a special thanks to Auntie Leah. I went to her live stream as Kicking It with Auntie Leah, and everything is about. It's just comfortable to do this live stream with her, and let the world see how I'm doing. A young boy that grew up in the South Bronx with his grandmother taking care of him because I was HIV positive, and to see how much love and support that I have out there. So one of the songs that I want to play, I hope you guys like it. It tells a little bit about me growing up and me going through whatever battle I was going through during the documentary and after the documentary was made. Alrighty, alright, deuces.
Yeah. Yeah.
He is a fighter and a rock star, an inspiration to a nation and to future generations. He never folded, his faith was solid. He stayed true to his faith until he got it. He was feeling it his. He looked death in the face and said, forget about it.
In the 90s, a boy, Travis by name, at 6 years old, entered the world's frame. With sores in his throat, he could not eat, you see. Kept alive by a tube for 14 hours daily. With 2 so and 5 drugs, he fought AIDS with all his might. A documentary captured his heartbreaking plight. But it ended right there, on the edge of a knife. A new treatment was starting to wager his life. The world stopped us watching, his story went cold. This is what happened, a tale to be told. The film Simply Travis made its debut when the AIDS crisis was tragically new. Born with HIV in the South Bronx's embrace, raised by his grandma Geneva with love and with grace. The film showed a childhood the illness had claimed. The boy tied to a pump, forever contained. He could only just watch other kids in the snow. A heartbreaking picture of a childhood let go. The story then turned on a choice brave and bold by his doctor Heidi Butler. A story was told with new protease inhibitors. She tried for a cure, a shot in the dark for a child to be sure.
He's a fighter and a rock star, inspiration to a nation and to future generations. He never folded, his faith was solid. He stayed true to his faith until he got it. Healing
Doom left you hanging with that fragile plea, but soon won a Peabody for the world to see. Then the filmmaker Richard Kotick passed from this life, leaving his subject to continue the strife. A last public note said his life was robust and grand. Then for 2 decades he vanished from the land. No interviews followed, no updates appeared. A profound silence was all that was heard. This quiet wasn't a riddle or game, but a victory where he finally reclaimed the one thing the illness had taken away, the chance to be a person at the end of the day. Travis's journey, a story so deep, is a vital piece of history to keep. It put a human face on the AIDS epidemic's dread, moving past numbers to the real lives instead. It showed us the battles that patients fought through, and the heroism of caregivers like Geneva, so true. He's not just a symbol of a disease and sad art, but of the fight for a normal life, a brand new start. His greatest triumph wasn't found in the light, but the quiet existence he won with his might. His story reminds us of the will to survive the climb. If it moved you, please share it so we don't lose his time. Let his history be known, let it not be erased. And for more tales of strength, subscribe to the space.
He's a fighter and a rock star, inspiration to a nation and to future generations. He never folded, his faith was solid. He stayed true to his faith until he got it. Healing that is, he was feeling it's his. He looked death in the face and said, forget about it.
The boy from the Bronx, tied to a machine's cold hum, became the face of a crisis for all that would come. He survived all the drugs and the feeding tube's pain, defying the prognosis again and again. His greatest victory wasn't fame or a world on a stage, but the life that he built on a brand new, quiet page. He won the great right to just grow up and be free, a tribute that sometimes survival is the key.
Boy from the Bronx, tied to a machine's cold hum, became the face of a crisis for all that would come. He survived all the drugs and the feeding tube's pain, defying the prognosis again and again. And his greatest victory wasn't fame or a world on a stage, but the life that he built on a brand new, quiet page. He won the great right to just grow up and be free, a tribute that sometimes survival is the key. From the Bronx, tied to a machine's cold hum, became the face of a crisis for all that would come. He survived all the drugs and the feeding tube's pain, defying the prognosis again and again. His greatest victory wasn't fame or a world on a stage, but the life that he built on a brand new, quiet page. He won the great right to just grow up and be free, a tribute that sometimes survival is the key.
His name is Travis Jeffries, a man born with AIDS, destined for death, until he changed his own destiny by looking death in the face and said, no, you can't have me.
Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Yes, Travis. Uh-oh. I don't know what I'm playing now. You know, me creating a dope song don't mean that Auntie don't have no, technology issues. Y'all know how I do. But Travis, that song kind of details your story, what you went through and where you are now. We are honored again to have you on this platform. We have Set in the West, the dopest producer in the house. If he wants to come up, he will. We have Jaguar Wright, superstardom in my eyes, in the house. If she wants to come up eventually, she's more than welcome. So let's go ahead and get into the questions that I didn't get to ask you last time. And that would be, what support systems like family, community, or medical, people have been most helpful for you during this time in your life? 37 years, guys. 37 freaking years Travis has been on this earth.
Well, my aunt, I gotta give her, my second aunt that I actually moved in with when I was
Mhm.
pretty much in I think my teens and stuff. She has
Oh,
helped me along the way, and she's been inspiration to me, telling me what's right, what's wrong, and don't do this, don't do that. Also,
yeah.
I was still on therapy, so I still go to the same hospitals, but
You do.
I have
Okay.
like friends that, well, my best friend, we actually hang out from time to time. uh Another support system, I just work to keep myself busy, play the game sometimes to keep myself busy, to try to not think about things that's going on in my life, like
Yeah.
me watching the documentary brought back a lot of memories where my grandmother was there, and
Yeah.
she's not here anymore, so it just brought back a lot of memories. So that's why, like, I do like certain things for my support. Um, because some of my family, they're not even here. So like, well, they're here,
Mm-hmm.
but we're not close like that. So
Yeah, yeah.
my aunt, she actually plays a big part in my life for
Okay,
my support system.
right. Now you know that kid that I said, hey, that's losing Isaiah.
Right.
Yeah. Are you still close with him or?
We are close, but we speak from time to time. It's whenever I either run into him in the city, or we have a family function, and his mom and
Mm-hmm.
dad wind up telling him about it, and then he wound up popping up.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we speak
Okay.
from time to time. We'll say hi, and then that's about it.
Okay. So, Kate Pope, welcome to Kicking It with Auntie Leah. I got your comment on the screen because you're absolutely 100%, 1000% right. He does not look like what he's been through. So, Kate Pope said, you do not look like what you've been through. And I
Hmm.
agree 100% that you do not look like what you have been through. So, you're just an amazing person. And we just love you. We love you.
Thank you.
And it's genuine. It's not
Thank you.
a publicity stunt. Jaguar, right? I don't know if you, yeah, I know that you know she is. She is a very compassionate person, right?
Hmm.
And she just adores you as well. She may be able to come to the panel. She may not because, like, she's a star, right?
Hmm.
So, but at any rate, we're gonna keep it moving. So, have you faced any mental health challenges? And if so, how do you cope with them?
Um, well, sometimes just the challenges, I wouldn't say mental health challenges.
Mm,
I would just
okay.
face like challenges as, being sad, and,
Yeah.
wind up kicking myself in my the back of my head, saying, get yourself together. I used my grandmother and say, what would she say if she was here? So
Right.
I wouldn't say mental, because I had like therapy, where I had a therapist that he was real good. He always used to tell me, it's gonna be all right. It is what it is. You can't change whatever that's happening right
Mm-hmm.
now, but you got to get through it. And he told me this one thing that always stuck with me. He's like, a
Right.
person, because when I was going through whatever I had with my family member, one of my aunts, he always said to me, "A person shows you who they are the first time, believe them, because they're never
And
gonna change."
that's
And
100% facts.
yes, so I wouldn't say like mental health, because
Right.
I haven't had
Okay.
no breakdown, thank God.
Right. Well, yeah, right. Thank God for that. Leads me to my next question. What advice would you give to other young people living with HIV or AIDS? What advice would you give them? Because a lot of people, they're angry about it. If they get it, their partner gives it to them. It's a lot of people out here that are spreading it intentionally to their partners and to other people. What advice would you give them? Because a lot of people still think that having full blown AIDS or HIV is a death sentence. Now we know today it's really not a death sentence, right? You can become detectable as you are today.
Right. So I like this question, because when I was in a group home, one of the kids, he contracted it from somebody else,
Uh-huh.
and he had said, since that person gave it to me, I'm gonna give it to everybody. So I
Mm-hmm.
looked at him. I'm like, really? I'm like, why would you do that? He's like, because he didn't care about me, so I don't care about you, about him, and about everybody else. I'm like, but it's not everybody else's fault. My thing to him and everybody else is like, yes, you got it, because it's one, somebody probably didn't tell you that they had it. Two, they probably didn't know they had it, but it's
Mm-hmm.
not the end of the world. And recently I was speaking to somebody on Facebook, because she said she had the virus also, but she had
Right.
caught it from somebody. She didn't get into detail. And what I told her is like, you got to stay strong for yourself, for your family that loves you, and your friends that love you, because you got people out there that, well, like you guys, you see me as a person, not the
Right.
virus that I have. Y'all don't
Right.
say, oh yeah, the HIV kid. No, yeah,
Yeah.
but what I
Travis, you're
told her,
Travis.
yeah. So I told her, I
Hmm.
said, you don't let the virus beat you, you beat it. And how you do that is,
Exactly.
you gotta stay positive, keep going, don't make up excuses on like, oh yeah, I have HIV, I can't do this, because the moment you start saying that you can't do something, it becomes your life, and you
Yeah.
you got to just keep on pushing. It's the same thing of saying, you're tired, yeah, you're tired, and you're tired of working, but thank God you do have a job. So it's yeah, it's sad that you caught it from somebody,
Hmm.
but use this opportunity to help out other people. And when I meet people, I don't automatically tell them about myself. But let's say I was dating somebody and it got serious and whatever, I'm gonna tell you about myself way beforehand, because the thing is like,
Right.
for instance, like, okay, if I tell somebody, okay, I gotta tell you something, I'll start off and tell them I wasn't born with it. Then now change their
Right.
perspective about thinking about it, and then say and start asking questions. But even if you wasn't born with
Right.
it, people shouldn't look at you like that. Because you one
Exactly.
thing, and that's another thing. Like, they looked at my mom like, oh yeah, she did drugs and she contracted it from needles. You don't know that. I don't know that. Only she knows that. God knows that. And I'm like,
Exactly.
I don't care how my mom's contracted it. I
Right.
specifically, love my moms, I love my grandmother, and love my family.
Hmm.
But the thing is, it's like, does it really matter how she contracted it? Because I already have it. I can't do nothing about it. I
Exactly.
can't give it back. So,
Right.
but for the advice I could give people is, stay strong, and don't let the virus beat you. You beat it.
Right. And, and,
So,
and the reason why you're 100% right. And the reason why this is so important to me is that a few weeks ago, it was a husband and wife on Facebook Live that the husband found out that the wife had given him the H word, not the HI, but herpes, basically. And he ended up basically unaliving her and then
wow.
unaliving himself. And that's not even a disease that is fatal, right? It's just
Right.
something that is not curable. So a
Right.
lot of people, a lot of people need to hear your story. A lot of people need to understand that HIV/AIDS is no longer, like I said, a death sentence. It's not. You can get
Right.
treatment. You can live a
Mm-hmm.
very long, healthy life. You're 37 years old
Right.
and you look normal, you act normal, you feel look I'm assuming that you feel normal, right?
Yeah, I do. I
um
do.
okay, so we do have a question from one of the people in the chat. It says, have you been able to find love despite your circumstances?
Yes. I actually got married. This was a couple of years ago,
Okay.
and but right now we're trying to work things out, stuff.
Hmm.
We not we're good. We still talk. We still communicate. We're cool. We're the best of
Right.
friends. That's my best friend right there.
Hmm.
But it's just things happen that made it a little bit stirring up the pot, if you understand what I
Right.
mean. But
Hmm.
yeah, but like I always start with telling everybody like we're still cool, we're best friends and stuff, because I don't look at her like a bad person, because she's not a bad person. But
Right.
yeah, but speak about that. That's how. So when I met her, she didn't know anything about me. So
Right.
but my dating life has been good. I mean, if I don't get serious, if I'm not serious with you, I'm not
Hmm.
gonna tell you about myself, because
Right.
you don't need to know that. But if I was about to get serious with you, I'll tell you about myself. I'll sit you down. Even people be like, oh yeah, we can't say no to that and stuff, even if a female is pushing up on it. I'm like, sometimes the way that I think is like, okay, because I didn't have a chance doesn't mean other people don't have a chance or deserve a chance. And that's always
Absolutely.
how I've been. And even though my grandmother always said, don't tell nobody, but as I grew up, I realized I had to start telling people. But people been the people I dated or like messed around with, they been okay with it. I mean, I
Right.
really didn't have a problem with that, but I really didn't care if people didn't like me or not. So
That's what's up. That's what's up, Travis. That's what's up. Confidence. Confidence, baby. That's what's up. Okay.
right.
So, has how has your outlook on life um, changed because of your health condition? That's not a good question because you were
Uh,
born with it. You never had a different outlook on life. So, just kind of tell us what your outlook on life is.
just keep on living life, working, just doing like trying to catch up on I know I can't catch up on everything that I missed in my childhood and
Mm-hmm.
whatever,
Mm-hmm.
but as an adult, I can be able to do the things that I wasn't able to do. Like, okay, I could
Right.
go to a bar, I could sit around, I could chit chat with people, I can, be around people, and it's entertaining to me when I meet different people because I talk to everybody. I mean, I'll go
Right.
in the bar and just wind up having a conversation with people, and then we wind up becoming cool and stuff. But I mean, I just live life. It
Yeah.
hasn't been any different towards it's no difference living with HIV and I mean I can't say with not living with HIV because I never had a chance to live without
Right.
HIV, but yeah, but I
Right.
mean I live life just like everybody else. It's just only
Right.
thing I just have to take extra precautions is like if I cut myself, I gotta make sure I take proper procedures and stuff. I mean
Mm-hmm.
but it's not really any different.
Okay. All right. Makes sense. Make perfect sense. And your personality and your outlook on life is just amazing. So I I basically just believe that you're able to conquer anything. So you're another
Thank you,
David
thank
when it
you.
comes to a Goliath, right? All right. So what role has education when it comes to AIDS and HIV played in helping you understand and accept your condition?
Well, I really didn't have like the education on it. It was basically from my grandmother and also
Gotcha.
my doctors, because my Dr. Butler, she's always kept me informed on whatever's going on, and if I needed information, it was at the hospital. They was able to give it to me. My grandmother also told me about it and stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the education I got on that side, and
Right.
it started to it being around other people that's like you know basically just like me. And I used to go to like little mini groups from like for like an hour and a half to two, and
Yeah.
we used to play games and not talk about HIV, but we play games. And then some of them wasn't HIV positive, but then some of us became best of friends and stuff. So but the education came from like my grandmother in the hospital.
Gotcha. Perfect. And that helped you a lot being within a group of or a setting with other people that were experiencing the same things that you were. That helped you.
Not really. I mean,
Okay.
because I didn't want to, like, when I was growing up, I didn't want to think about it. I just wanted to be normal.
You just want to be
And
normal.
the thing is, I'm like, even now, it's like I don't talk to people like, oh, have a conversation and be like, hey, by the way, I'm HIV positive. No,
Right.
because I don't want to like make it that topic. I just want to be able to just chill, have a drink or two. I mean, some people tell me their stories, but sometimes I just want to just leave it alone and just be
Yeah.
normal. But
I
the
can get.
groups, we never talked about it in the groups. That's the
Gotcha.
thing. Now therapy, and like when I had to like see my doctor, we talked about that and stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
really, if I had a concern about it or anything, they'll let me know. They never kept anything back from me.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. I can imagine you're going through all this stuff and you're meeting people that has the same condition. So the last thing you guys want to talk about or even think about is the condition that
Mm-hmm.
made you meet each other, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I can definitely understand that. So guys, we're gonna go ahead and watch a little bit more of the documentary about this wonderful person that's on our panel who we celebrate, who we call Travis, and
I
not
want to just say
the
hi to Nick.
HIV
Hey,
boy.
Nick.
Yeah, yeah. Auntie Leah. Hey,
Uh,
hey, Travis. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How
hey,
you
Nikki
doing?
Pooh,
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Nikki
Hey,
Pooh.
hey.
Her name is Nikki Pooh.
Oh, okay.
I don't listen to Auntie Leah. Um, Travis, I come to you less emotional this time, but still in the same countries. So hello from down under.
Australia's in the
Um,
Nice,
house.
nice. I love your accent. It's amazing.
I love your
Right.
accent. I love every American that I meet has got a different accent depending on where they live, and I love it. You've all got different
Thank you.
accents. Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
we
Yeah.
do. We do.
Yeah, it's cool. And I just wanted to ask you a quick question. I'll ask you more questions, right? But I just a question jumped into my mind, and you know how you had this documentary made about you. Has it ever entered your mind that you might like to make documentaries yourself about other people?
Good question.
Not. I
Good
mean, that's a good
question.
question, but not really. I mean, I never thought about it that way. I've been around people that did documentaries and everything,
Hmm.
but never thought about like doing a documentary myself about other people.
Because I just thought it was a good question to ask you because you were on the receiving end. You know, the documentary was about you, and you got to see how they, put it together.
Yeah.
And I don't know what you remember of it, but I don't know. This is
Um.
just I ask random questions like this, Travis, and I was watching you play your game this morning, and I used to be a bit of a gamer,
Hmm.
and it was
Did you?
it was
And still
giving
is
me
a bit of a
hey
gamer.
who
Nothing. I didn't say
who
nothing.
me.
I didn't say a word.
I can't find my PlayStation. I can't find my controller. I can't
No.
find everything. But if I
Wow.
did, I'd probably jump in and play you.
I'm
Yeah.
not
I
where it's
mean.
at, Nick. I took you took a part of it and fixed your TV.
Oh, yeah, I did, Travis. I fixed my TV. I had a blown capacitor on my TV, and I went
Uh-huh.
and bought a new one, and desoldered it and put the new one in, and for like 75 cents, fixed my TV.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
that's
Hmm.
Nice.
amazing.
Hmm.
That's amazing.
Well, and it was so easy,
Nice.
and we just throw everything
Right.
away. We're like, oh no, we'll just get a new thing. And I like to fix things.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I mean, that's amazing. If you know how to fix things, you save money and then just do it yourself. You don't need anybody else to, fix it for you.
But Travis, I
Right.
didn't know how to do it. I learned how to do
Well.
it. I
Uh-huh.
yeah, I just YouTubed it. I was like, it's that easy. All right, I can do that.
Yeah,
Yep.
everything is online nowadays. It's like no
Everything.
looking through the yellow pages or anything for anybody's phone
Yellow
number or
pages.
or I took it back to the yellow pages, but or like looking in like magazines because everything is
Hmm.
online. It's how to videos and stuff.
Yeah, that's it. And even how to get around a little part in the game where you get stuck.
Oh yeah,
All the
yeah. Especially
yeah.
that, especially hard games
Yep.
like that you just turn
Hmm.
off the game because you can't beat it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. That's it. All right. That's all I got for now. I'll ask you more later.
Okay.
All right. Perfect. 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 Um. Are there any specific milestones or moments in your life that felt particularly meaningful, Travis?
Just being around people that don't see me as different.
Right.
I never wanted anybody to treat me any different. When I was like growing up, it's like
Mm-hmm.
kids wouldn't want to play with me because I had a feeding tube in my stomach. But then other kids would play with me and stuff. So I just wanted to be treated, equal
Equal.
to everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Kind of like how a lot, it's like that you had the stigma of being a black man growing up in America, and then in addition to that, you had the stigma of being a black man with HIV/AIDS growing up in America, which is probably double the pressure,
Yeah,
right?
it is. It was too, cause um when I was younger it was like that. Then when I moved to Harlem with my aunt, and
Mm-hmm.
like people found out about me. It was some that was cool, and some kind of like distanced themselves. So
Right.
I had to still deal with it that way too. But I didn't let it
Mm-hmm.
bother me. I'm like, you know what, it is what it is. We go on, life goes on, and that's about it.
And and you know what? Sorry, Antelia. You know
You're
what,
fine.
Travis? People are ignorant. You know,
Mm,
even when you
Yeah, they
tell them,
are.
even when you
very.
tell them, this is how it is. This is how you can get it. This is how you
Mm-hmm.
can't get it. They still will
Right.
be ignorant, even though you tell them. They're like, no, I can't handle it. But
Yeah.
that's no reflection on you. That's just their weakness.
True,
Exactly.
true. You are 100% right about that.
Yeah.
I
So
agree, Nikki Pooh. I agree.
Mhm.
yeah, there are ignorant people out there. Yes.
Ignorance is
Absolutely.
bliss. They don't have to
Is
worry. These ignorant people don't have to worry about a damn thing, Travis. They don't care. They don't use their brain enough.
Yeah, they
I
don't.
agree.
They
I
don't.
So,
agree.
but
So okay.
usually I be the one to tell them off and stuff. But sometimes
You got
So you should. So you
yeah,
should.
I tell them
Yeah.
off because
Yeah.
especially sorry to cut you off, Auntie Leah.
you're fine.
Especially when I was younger, I was like going to school on a train, and I didn't really know how to travel. I only knew how to travel to school and travel back. So I used
Hmm.
to hear young kids, teenagers, talk. Oh, you can tell somebody got AIDS and HIV. So I used to laugh inside because I'm like, they don't really know
Hmm.
that I'm sitting right next to them. But okay.
Yes.
But if I knew if I spoke, then they will be curious about how you know so much about it.
Yeah. Yep.
Cause I
Right.
would
Yep.
start teaching them about it. Well, I would start like telling them about it, and then they'll be
Hmm.
like, "Wait a minute," try to put two and two together, and that's some questions I never wanted to, go through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Understandably. Yeah. Yep.
Definitely get it. Definitely get it. Thank you so much, Nick and Travis. Let's get back into your documentary just to see a little bit more about what you went through when you were a kid, if that's okay.
okay.
All right.
The Special Needs Clinic at Columbia Presbyterian Medical Center is one of just a few in the country that provide both medical and psychiatric care for children with AIDS.
I called Travis in a bed to be admitted to the hospital.
Oh, you called him a bed?
Yeah, and I'm not sure how long it's going to take. Okay. How does it look? Okay. All right, thanks a lot. Bye-bye. Doesn't look good. But
Dr. Butler has treated Travis since he was 2 years old.
the hospital's all full of little children in beds. Every single bed has a little child in it. So right now, until somebody goes home, sometimes children go home from the hospital. So when the child goes home, then
You clean the bed?
they clean the bed, and then somebody else can stay in it.
Yeah, he's not getting better. This is going on already for 3 weeks, probably longer. I hope it doesn't mean that he's becoming resistant to his antiretroviral or getting something that we won't be able to treat. It's just frustrating because we don't know what the sore is, so we don't know what to treat him with. But whatever it is, it's growing, it's getting worse. So we have to treat it with something.
14 hours later, Travis was admitted to the hospital. Travis? How's your throat?
Oddly enough, the coins were found in a small travel bag.
Can you talk, honey?
On a mannequin on the main floor of the Neiman Marcus department store. The robbery is still under investigation, but San Francisco police have yet to arrest any suspects in the case.
What's hurting you, Travis? What? It burns your stomach?
What's wrong? Huh? What's wrong?
Yeah, baby's ready.
Just be still. Can't you wipe your nose? What's wrong?
Yes. The baby has a virus.
Oh, excuse me. He said that burns his stomach.
What does?
The medication that's going into him.
Maybe it was that medicine I put through the tube into your stomach that made it hurt a little bit. Because I just did it too. I just put that in the tube.
That was the AZT, right? I'll be back tomorrow evening, okay? Okay? The way I feel, Travis ain't gonna live long. He's not gonna live too long. I love you. Because I even heard one doctor said that he'll live till he get about 10. Then I heard one say about 12. The rate he's going, I don't think so. And then one person told me that he might not live to see his 8th birthday.
So Travis, question. How does that make you feel? First of all, to see your grandmother after all these years, I'm pretty sure that you have watched her do your documentary, but to see this beautiful lady, throughout it, that really just loves you, like she birthed you. But at that time, she didn't think that you were going to live past the age of 8 or 10. How does that make you feel? If it makes you feel anything, it's possible that it doesn't make you feel anything.
It does make me feel like that's what encourages me to continue to live life because, nobody knew about what was going on. My grandmother, she did all she could was to, take me to the doctor, keep me on my meds and make sure that I'm basically comfortable just in case something did happen. Nobody
Right.
really knew, and it's sad because it's like because every time that part, like have to see that part, it like breaks my heart because it's like
Yeah.
I could have been dead a long time ago, and
Yep.
I'm here sitting here speaking to people and everybody and you guys, and
You sure are.
it's a miracle,
Yep.
and I mean, that keeps me motivated. Like
Yes.
I see other people going through things and stuff,
Mhm.
and I tell them honestly it could be worse.
Yeah. Yep.
But they don't really know why I'm saying it. Like some
Mhm.
people, they say, "Oh, those are some good words," encouraging them and stuff. But they don't really know
Mhm.
why I am saying it because of the fact it's like I've been through this. I've been sick. I've been told, my grandmother's been told because I don't remember me being told. But
Mhm.
Right.
my grandmother's been told that I wasn't supposed to be living to certain ages and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
So thank
Absolutely.
you, Temper.
Absolutely. Yeah. He said you a soldier, but Temper needs to be on
Auntie
the
Leah,
panel. Yeah. Go
Auntie
ahead.
Leah, can you
Yes.
please? You're making me feel older than I am. I can hardly hear you. It can't be me.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Well,
move that damn microphone closer. Get it closer.
it's the
The big
closest that I can
microphone.
get. Yeah.
Get the
It's
big
the
one.
closest. It's the closest
Move
that
it.
I can get. I'll try
No,
that.
that's better.
You
What's up?
always trying to be a tech support. Get your ass off here with tech support. Okay. We do tech support after the fact.
I'm
Yeah.
I, I'm just here. I'm here to be the co-producer of your show and make sure that it runs smoothly. We can all hear you. We're all having a good time. The guests are
I
comfortable.
know.
Yada yada
The
yada.
but the co-producer is a pain in my arse right now because I can't fix it. I
See,
can't
I'm not
fix
the
it
only
right now.
one.
It's all the
Hmm?
way up. I don't know what's wrong. We'll get on our little private live and we'll do tech support things. Okay, Nick?
Okay, Auntie Leah.
All
All right.
right. All right.
Do you want
All
me to get
right.
off? I can
No,
get
you
off.
fine.
No.
You're fine. You're fine. You stay right here with me, young lady.
All right.
Okay. So my next question would be, how do you handle concerns about your long-term health and your aging? Like as you get older, how do you handle those concerns? Because you know that as we get older, apparently and I'm giving quote marks because God has the last say so,
Hmm.
our immune system weakens. Do you worry about any of that?
No, I don't worry about that. Cause I every time there's a issue, I'm like calling my doctor, like, okay, I got something wrong. Like,
Mm-hmm.
for some reason, my face started like turning like black and white and stuff. So
Really?
I found out I had like vitiligo, but it went
Oh,
away
yeah.
and
Yep.
stuff. So um I was like on because we have like my chart, so we can like actually type the doctor. And I'm like typing the doctor. I'm like, I need to see the dermatologist right now and stuff like. So I'm
Right.
just
Hmm.
typing her back, and so I'm very very like communicated if something is going wrong, and like for some reason when I'm like if I'm sick and everything, and then I have to go to the doctor the next day, then those problems don't exist. So then I'll just tell my doctor when she asks me, is there anything wrong? I'm like, no.
Same thing I do.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like it just disappears for some reason. I'm like, I don't know why.
Hmm.
Okay. And for those who don't know what vitiligo is, it's like chronic skin condition characterized by the loss of pigment, resulting in white patches on the skin.
Hmm.
I think that's what Michael Jackson had, right? Is that what
He
he
did,
had?
yeah. He did, and it's actually something that's celebrated. There's a lot of beautiful models out there that have it.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, and yeah, it's really celebrated, and they're yeah, they're beautiful.
Okay.
I,
Gotcha.
but I think a lot of things are beautiful. So
I
I,
do. All right. So, what are some misconceptions about HIV/AIDS that you wish people would understand better? Give us some wisdom on that.
One thing is like you can be healthy. It's not the end of the world.
Mhm.
Because a lot of people when they hear HIV, they like, oh yes, I'm dirty now.
Right.
Um, because I grew up with like people speaking upon that, like, oh, you dirty if you
Right.
got this STD, and they always used to talk about AIDS and HIV and stuff. But you know what what I say to them is like, it's not the end of the world. Yes, you gotta take medication, makes you feel like
Mhm.
crap. But it's you can get through it. I feel like people just panics and they just
Mm.
don't know how to think, what to think, or how people going to treat you.
Right.
And not everybody's going to treat you well. Not sometimes it's sad that your family might treat you bad, but it's
Yes.
because they don't understand,
Yep.
and they living in this old state of mind where back then they probably heard about stories and never came to terms with okay, trying to understand it, trying to know how to get it, where it came
Mm-hmm.
from. I mean, we
Mhm.
don't really know where it came from. We just speculate on how it became HIV and what, because I've seen so many stories about HIV. It came from Africa. It came from this thing, this animal. I'm like, you know what?
A
It is
monkey.
what it is. I have it. It is what it is. I quit looking it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They're not gonna ever tell the truth
no,
because I think it
it's
was
like a lot of
man-made.
stories. Too many
Yep.
Yeah.
stories.
Yep. I agree. All right, guys. Let's take a look at a little bit more of this video that when Travis was a young boy.
8 days after Travis was released from the hospital, the sores in his throat got worse.
And he haven't been talking this morning. He don't be talking. He just grunt.
Okay. All right, let's see what we can see. You need something to spit in? There you go. Did you?
Yes.
Travis, when she puts that stuff on your mouth, does it help at all? Nothing. You don't feel anything?
Stop.
Come around again and sit up for a second and your mouth now. Do you think this hurts more than the one inside now? And your throat inside it hurts more still, even though this one looks pretty bad. This prednisone is the treatment that we've been talking about that might help him. It seems to have helped some people who have AIDS who develop these bad sores. But it can cause other problems in that it makes your immune system less strong. So when you give this medicine, sometimes it makes other conditions get worse.
It looks like you can't win either way, right? Because
I think this is so bothering him so much that it's worth trying anything we have to see if it'll help.
Dr. Bueller, tell me something. He's not getting better, is he?
No, I wouldn't say it's getting better.
No, I don't think so either. I look at him and I don't like what I see. It just look like, you know what I mean? Look like all them diseases where he hair look like he just slowly, but as they say, surely. Leave it, You guys, your mouth is got sore on it. Scale. I ain't gonna get her right now. You can hug her. Good boy.
Travis, that part of the video broke my heart. You went in to go kiss. I think that was your cousin. Was that your cousin?
Yes, that
Or
was
your
my
sister?
cousin.
Or,
That was my cousin.
And you were abruptly stopped because you had a sore.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel? And it broke your heart. Ooh, which also broke my heart. Because I know today that you can't pass it that way.
Hmm.
How did that make you
It
feel?
did break my heart. Made me sad. Because at one point, I seen it like, oh, it was like, because I'm different, you got to treat me different. So it's like, I felt that. And for a while, I did feel like, some of my family treated me different back then too.
Yeah.
So, because, I had my feeding tube, I had my medications, and it was a lot of things that I couldn't do. So that did make me sad that day. I remember that.
That
So
Yeah.
that tore my heart up. It did
yeah.
because today, but we didn't know this back then because it was relatively new. We had just found out about this virus, so I get it. We don't kiss the baby. You have a sore. I get it,
Mm-hmm.
but today, knowing that would have never harmed the baby, it breaks my heart. And I'm sure you understand that now, but I want to say I'm sorry. And I'm sure if your grandmother was here today, she would say I'm sorry.
Yeah,
And this is our
it's
doing.
okay. I don't hold grudges or anything. So
Yeah.
It's a blessing. There's so many people that does. Like I said, you're an amazing young man.
thank
You're
you.
amazing.
Yeah.
So,
And Travis, yeah, you were saying something about your grandmother earlier that you can hear her words come back to you,
mhm,
which when you talk like that, that really resonates with me because yeah, I hear my people's words come back to me too,
Hmm.
especially when I'm at a crossroads or I'm trying to think, well, what would my mum say? What would my grandmother say? You know,
mhm,
it's such good wisdom, and it's going to make you you're such a wise guy. Like, not a wise guy, but you know what I
Very
mean.
wide.
Thank you.
Um,
I, no pun
you know,
intended.
no
Yeah,
pun
I know.
intended.
It's cool.
But beyond your years, because of how you were raised, and
Right.
and
Absolutely.
and, and these things sit with you, and they're still with you, and you're still saying them. So, you
Yep.
know, I take
And
my
in
hat
the
off to you.
words, yeah, in the words of Yvonne Wildrich, you're an inspiration
Hmm.
to all of us, and
Yep,
that's
for
Thank you.
sure.
facts.
Thank you,
That's
Yvonne.
facts. So, how has your relationship with healthcare providers been over the years?
It's been good. One thing when I outgrew, seeing Dr. Butler because she was a pediatrics doctor. She
Mm-hmm.
also made sure that she found like, good doctors that's gonna, continue my care. So one of them was after her, it was a doctor that was at the clinic, she worked at the clinic too. She was a doctor. She also, I worked with Dr. Butler too. And she wound up, like transferring me to her. And
Hmm.
then, it's been ongoing, good care and stuff. I haven't had any bad care.
That's good.
It's
That's
just
what's up.
different
That's
floors.
good.
I'm with the adults now. I'm not with the little kids anymore.
Hmm.
So,
Perfect. Okay, which brings me to my next question. In what ways has your experience with HIV/AIDS influenced your career or your ambitions?
um, so I mean, it influenced me to, do what I need to do, like, get a job, try to YouTube stuff out. But before like the documentary became
Mm-hmm.
like known like that, I
Mm-hmm.
was always like still with this keeping it a secret thing. But now it's like, I'm like a lot of people know about it, so I'm like, I'm
Hmm.
freely, speaking, speaking my heart, speaking my mind and stuff like that. I
Right.
actually opened up more because I was the type of person, I'll keep quiet and
Hmm.
I won't like actually speak my true feelings or anything. And especially when it actually came to like the HIV part.
Right.
Like
Okay.
on video. But in person I'll speak it. But like on
Yeah.
video I wasn't like that
Okay.
comfortable.
Can I just jump in and ask you,
Sure.
Travis? Has this helped? Has this Auntie Leah interviewing you, is that helping you with your your online confidence, your presence?
Yes, it is actually. It is.
Yeah.
Like I was saying to Auntie Leah earlier, it's my first interview like on,
Hmm.
like live, like about HIV and I
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
comfortable. I feel like, I can speak about it and don't have to be judged about it.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Right.
I'm really glad that that you feel comfortable, and we the people that are in the side chat that are supporting you and supporting Auntie Leah right now. We're all good people, and I personally think you couldn't have picked you couldn't have accepted a better invitation,
Yeah.
to come and be interviewed by Auntie Leah.
Right, right. Yes.
Yeah.
I was like when Auntie Leah hit me up and said, "Hey, would you like to do an interview?" I'm like, "Sure."
Yep.
Like, it's a different experience. So, I'm like, I'm happy. I got this opportunity and I, thank her for that
Yeah, you're in good
opportunity.
hands. Yep. You're in very good hands.
You're welcome, and we will never ask you any questions that's impeding on your personal life or that's impeding on your confidence or whatever. That's something that we
Hmm.
don't do on this platform. We're Jaganators, Jagar
Mhm.
right, Jag
Right.
country, Jagarism. And contrary to what you may see, she's a very beautiful person on the inside and very loving. So that brings me to my next question, which is what's one of your earliest memories of learning about your HIV status?
My early memories,
Mm-hmm.
I think it was actually when my grandmother asked Dr. Butler to tell me about it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
she actually told me my grandmother told me what I had, and
Uh,
that's when she told me don't tell nobody. So
oh.
that's why, I always been like, kind of secretive about my condition, but then too, I had a documentary out there, and how the documentary became to be on, on YouTube was, Richard's niece had contacted me because I'm still in contact with his family,
Okay.
um and
And
she had
Richard,
asked me, huh?
Richard is the one that was behind the camera, right?
Yes, that was him.
Okay. Okay.
So his niece had contacted me and asked me, "Hey, how would you feel about your documentary being on YouTube?" So I told her,
Mhm.
"Hey, sure," because it's already, I seen it as, it's already out there online. All you have to do was just search my name, and you'll find out all the information about me.
Mhm.
So, and that's also why I've been, where I work at. Well, now
Mhm.
I don't really care, but where I used to work at, I used to be careful how I tell my name, like if I tell my full name, because you have people that will actually search you and stuff. But
Mhm.
um, that's how it became to be online. So I'm like, I just feel comfortable talking about it now. So, but
Yeah.
when I was younger, that's when my grandmother told me about it.
Yeah. I get it. Well, again, we appreciate you, and you're just Travis to us, that cute
Thank
little
you, thank
baby.
you.
So let's watch a little bit more of the documentary, guys. Let's get back into it.
Okay.
Shirt time? Shirt. Me. Tarzan. Me, Tarzan. You, Travis. Here.
What is wondering about my sore on my chin?
You're sore on your chin? Hear this thing? Well, Grandma's gonna give you more medicine through the tube to help the pain. And she's also we're gonna start giving you a different new medicine to see if that'll help it go away.
What?
Well, we'll just try to figure out something else to do, right? That's the hard thing about HIV infection. We're hoping this will help. It's like we don't really have any control over it. And it's much better to feel as though I know what's going to happen, I know what to do in this situation, and I can help the patient. But the truth is that at some point with Travis, we're going to lose. I mean, if it's a war between the doctor against the HIV infection, the HIV infection will win.
Rick, did you meet
Vanessa?
Do you know this one?
No.
This is my how you say it?
Daughter.
My hyper daughter. This
The
my
one that
hyper
drives me
daughter.
Come here,
The
Travis.
one that drives me
I want to
crazy.
show you what I got you. You, Ma. Travis, look, you didn't even give me a kiss. Wait a minute, Ma.
Yes, dear.
You ain't give me a kiss.
Might be a kiss.
Ma, I don't want your kisses, all right? Just stay on that side. Ma, that's for Travis.
Thank you very much.
After meeting Vanessa, I got to meet the rest of the family. Mrs. Jeffries has 11 children, 33 grandchildren, and now 7 great-grandchildren.
Wow.
Over the years, she's babysat most of the kids and adults in this room. There's also Buddy, TC, and Frisky. Mrs. Jeffries took them all in off the street.
It's a lot of time I didn't have nothing, honey. I started working when I was in the 9th grade. I went to school and I did domestic work. I used to wash down walls, wash windows, clean the house, get on my knees and shine their floors, and I enjoyed it. See, Richard, you can't cook like that.
Say it again, Grandma.
After paying her monthly bills, usually Mrs. Jeffries has no money left, but she finds a way to feed her family. Recent welfare cuts have made it harder.
Look at it. Read it. Read all of it.
Her money for food stamps was cut from $66 to $10 a month for 3 people.
Wow. Oh my
What
God.
do you want me to do? Huh? You want me to feel sorry for myself? Huh? I ain't gonna do that.
See?
I'm serious,
Isn't it
Richard. I'm just
unfair?
like that. I'm me. I'm me. And
I'm sorry. What did you say, Nick?
Yeah, no, I said see. I'm saying see. This is Travis's attitude. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
Feel sorry for myself? That's what she said.
Right.
You know, and
Yeah.
he's this is it. That was your grandmother, yeah?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah. So you are repeating her words. You're living the same. She really taught you good lessons. What do you want me to do? You know, feel sorry for myself? She didn't have that attitude at all.
Yeah, she always had a positive attitude.
Yeah, she had a can do. Even the job she was describing, she said, and I loved it. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Um, because you know anything that you do, you can or everything that you do, right? If you've got a choice whether like how you react to things is the choice, right? You can go one way or the other. You can enjoy something or you can find enjoyment in nearly everything.
Yeah.
It's always up to you. Like,
True, true.
Yep.
sorry, I just thought I'd jump in and say that.
Well, thank you. We appreciate you,
That's
Nick. We do. So, Travis, what gives you strength when things get tough?
Um, I gotta say my grandmother. Um,
Mm,
just stay positive, because dwelling on something like when things do get tough. I mean, it's not gonna do anything but stress me out, and not
I
I
agree.
won't be able to sleep, and
Yeah.
because I love my sleep, so I don't want anything like interfering with that. But I mean, just trying to stay positive.
Right.
I put God first. I think about my
All the time,
grandmother.
right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and not only that, it's just like my grandmother raised me from the ground up, and
Mm-hmm.
she taught me how to be positive, and
Right.
taught me to respect others like I want to be respected. So that's
Hallelujah.
what keeps me positive when things get tough.
Okay. So, have you been involved in any advocacy or awareness work when it comes to HIV or AIDS?
No.
Okay. I will encourage you to do that because you are definitely an inspiration.
Thank you.
You are a miracle, a walking miracle. So I would encourage you to do that because this disease is still spreading, and people they don't know that you can still live, right? You can become
Hmm.
undetectable. So I will encourage you to do that. But are there specific communities or support networks that have helped you?
Like mainly at the hospital, because they always hook me up with like they hooked me up with the groups. So they was like more like kids my age, or like when I was a teenager, I still went there. It's like more like, I guess you could call it like support groups. Because I
Mm-hmm.
went to different kinds of groups. So
Mm-hmm.
they always invited me to go to different kind of groups. Sometimes they'll take us out to the movies, or like we'll play games, and then we eat food, and we'll just chit chat, and then we used to do it every week.
Perfect. Perfect. Sounds like you just had an amazing support system.
Yes.
So, mm, I kind of think that that wraps up my questioning for now, but I do want to watch just a little bit more of your
Okay.
documentary so others can see how amazing this woman is right here in front of us, right? Let's take a look.
nobody else. I don't try to be this person, that person, or whatever. I'm me. Like I used to tell my husband, you take me like I am, or you don't take me at all. Get it? Okay.
Someone can you close the door, please?
Yeah.
Close the door tight, please.
Just tight. Yeah, but...
Come on. Don't knock this tube. Don't come real close.
Is Travis your cousin?
Yes.
Well, you was a little bouncy, wasn't you, Travis? Just like Auntie Leah. I love it. I love it.
And how long have you known him?
Real.
Guys, if you have watched that movie with Halle Berry, losing to Isaiah, that's who this kid is. And he is the cousin of our good friend and our good nephew, my good nephew, your good brother and cousin, Travis Jeffrey. Hopefully one day we'll get to see him again. He hasn't been on I think the last time I seen him on a big screen was in the Tupac movie or the Biggie movie. It was one.
Yeah, the Notorious.
He's so special. He was in the Biggie movie. We love him. What's his first name?
Mark.
Mark Jeffries. We love Mark Jeffries ever since we've seen him in Losing Isaiah. So shout out to Mark Jeffries.
Awesome. Yep.
For 1,000 years.
Do you ever worry about Travis?
Yes.
Why?
Papa always said if Travis died, I would never ever see him again. And we always together.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, well.
How does that make you feel, Travis? How does that make you feel?
I mean, as I watch it, I'm like, oh wow.
Yeah, wow, indeed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where Auntie's going with this?
Where?
You see him. I'm gonna tell you. You see him when the family get-togethers and all that. But this child that we know as Isaiah, losing Isaiah, we know he's not really Isaiah, but he was special when he was 3 to us. Loved you so much that he just wanted you to get better, and he was just sad that he didn't think you were going to live. So I'm going to encourage you today to please reach out to Mark Jeffries.
Okay.
Even if it is to show him this part of the video, you were his friend.
Right.
His friend, right?
Right.
You were his friend at that very young age. Reach out to your cousin. Okay.
I am.
Okay. Let's watch a little bit more.
About Trav.
Happy because she's still alive. Well, I get this tube out, and I be all well with me. I come to your house and spend the night. And
Worry about Travis?
yes.
Get it? Okay.
Someone can you close the door, please?
Yeah.
Close the door tight, please.
Just tight. Yeah, but...
Come on. Don't knock this tube. Don't come real close.
Is Travis your cousin?
Yes.
And how long have you known him?
Real long. For 1,000 years.
Do you ever worry about Travis?
Yes.
Why?
Papa always said if Travis died, I would never ever see him again. And we always together.
So, how do you feel about Trav?
Happy Because she's still alive. Well, I get this tube out, and I'll be all well, Brittany. I come to your house and spend the night. Okay. And I sleep in your bed. Okay. I love you, Travis. Love you, Brittany.
What's
Oh my God,
that was what they was talking about, but since he gone out, he talk out. He don't know he has AIDS, and so I don't know whether I should tell him or whether I shouldn't tell him.
I'm in no rush to tell him, personally. But at some point, maybe it will be time to tell him.
And I tell you another thing. One second, Dr. Bill, let me show you. I want to ask you a question. Are you sick? Do you know what's wrong with you? Well, do you get sick a lot? Do you get sick more than other kids? Do you wonder why?
No.
What was it?
Thank you.
Are you happy?
Travis. I'm trying to get happy.
See what I'm talking
I don't know.
You don't know? Pretty soon, he's gonna have to know because, see, he's getting older.
I'm throwing it out.
I know what's wrong with him. I buried my brother last year from it.
Excuse me. All right.
Pat is Andre's mother and lives on the block.
That boy learned to talk at a very young age. I don't think he knew what baby words was. He would call me, Pat, where's Andre? We supposed to have a fight today. I really can't talk bothering me because it's making me think that I do have to face fact that one day we're going to look up and we're not going to have that smile, that laughter, that, question of how are you doing? Where is Andre? Or can I walk with you? This certain day would bring him to mind. A smell in the air, or a certain little song, or a little silly something that was said. You think about that. Remember when Travis did something like that? And I don't...
In the South Bronx, over 50,000 people are infected with the AIDS virus. Almost 10% of them are children and teenagers. So far, 7,000 children have been made orphans here because their parents died from AIDS. Many of those parents were drug users. Samantha Jeffries is Travis's mother. She's been using drugs for 11 years.
Crack. That's what it is, crack. And if he got AIDS, she got it. And so he got it from her. I told her, I said, if she don't go to the doctor and do something for herself, someone gonna be patting dirt over her.
Are you taking medicine for your AIDS?
No.
Do you want to live?
Yeah, but I don't want to take it. There's no use for me to take.
You muted, Auntie.
Sorry, guys. How does seeing your mom, your biological mom, feel right now? You did a beautiful tribute to her, where I played on my channel a while ago, about a month ago. Um, how do you feel?
Seeing her right now, I'm like, I do miss her. I mean, you know, and I knew she had a issue with drugs. Didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's why she wasn't around, like, in my life
Mhm.
a lot. I see my mom from
Mm-hmm.
time to time.
Mm-hmm.
She'll say she'll leave out. She'll say she'd come back, and then
Mhm.
wouldn't see her for a couple of months. So that's how my mom's
Yeah.
was. But seeing my mom's now, like, every time I like watch the documentary, like
Mm-hmm.
kind of like tear makes me tear up a little bit, but
Mhm.
just like
Mm-hmm.
trying to fight it back, because my mom's
Me too.
was, you know she was herself. I mean, she didn't want to take the medication or anything. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, probably she didn't want to go through the effects of the
Yeah.
medication, or I don't really know. I didn't really get to, speak to my mom's like that, or like, try to get to know her, like, kids wanted, need a mom to be there to get to know. So that's one
Yeah.
thing that I miss, and I wish that I had the opportunity to get to know her, better as a
Mhm.
mother, so
Hey Travis, sorry, Auntie Leah. How old was your mum in the documentary there? Like, how old was she?
I don't know. I
Oh, you
have
don't
no
know.
idea. Yeah,
Wow.
I know she was like probably in her maybe in her 30s. I mean, I'm not too
Yeah.
sure.
That's why I was asking. I thought, yeah, I was
She's
just
in her
curious if
20s.
she was the same age as you. No, she would have been younger than you there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So she passed when she was 40,
like
right?
in her 40s. Yeah, she passed in
Yeah.
2008. Yes.
Mm, okay.
So that was, let me see, 2025 minus 2008. I don't feel like thinking that hard, guys, so leave me alone. That's 17 years
2008,
ago.
17 years ago.
I think she was in like her 40s, like Travis said.
Hmm.
Right.
All right. So we're gonna wrap this up soon because we've been on our live for a little over an hour and a half. No, I didn't get to ask all my questions, but it's okay. Travis has answered a lot. And we're not going to bother Travis anymore. But I want to just
Oh. Any more today or
continue
forever? What do you mean, Auntie Leah?
our.
You had enough of
No,
him?
Travis coming back. Travis coming
Yeah,
back.
I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna
Travis
come
coming
back.
back.
You better
Travis
come
coming
Yes,
back.
back.
yes, yes,
Yeah. So for now, because me and Travis gotta hit the clock. We gotta hit the
Mhm.
clock. You
yes.
Mhm.
know? So I'm gonna wrap today's question up. So we're gonna end this video a little bit by just watching a little bit more of the documentary, and the next time we will continue to watch it and give commentary on it and see how Travis is today. All right.
Mhm.
So
Alrighty.
let's just
Alrighty.
watch a little bit more.
Because either way, I'm still going.
It's your life.
Yeah, it's my life. And I have a choice to decide what I want. I'm not going to take no medicine.
To tell you the truth, she is my child. Couldn't nobody take my love from her. But look at her. Death is looking right in her face. Right? It's a hurting thing though, but what can you do? You can't do nothing. Not no cure for it.
Every 2 weeks, Travis gets his prescriptions filled at the pharmacy across the street from the hospital.
I love you.
Over the years, he's taken more than 275 different drugs for his AIDS.
Travis, you okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know how he does it.
The medicines he's on cost over $12,000 a year. In New York State, Medicaid pays for all that. But most children with AIDS don't get all the medicines they need. Over half the states in our country.
I feel for him, not only as a pharmacist, but as a mother and as a friend. That's why, for many reasons. My son is 8 years old. Our son. That's it. Finish.
We're leaving. Yes. I'm trying to get him out of here.
Often the drugs children take for AIDS just don't work. At the Incarnation Children's Center in Washington Heights, most of the children are orphaned or abandoned. Many of them are dying. Every day, volunteers come just to hold the children, whose parents are often too sick with AIDS to care for them. In the United States, nearly 8,000 children have full-blown AIDS. Another 20,000 are infected with the HIV virus. In New York City, AIDS is now the leading cause of death of children.
A lot of people have an attitude that it's sort of futile to spend so much time taking care of people who are going to die anyway. A lot of people look at them and see them as sort of sickly, dying kids. I find them amazing. The fact that they're able to sort of be happy, healthy kids, despite all of the things that they have to deal with and live with. And I do believe that they're going to grow up, many of them. I do believe they will. I mean, I couldn't go to work every day if I didn't believe that.
All right, guys, and that's it for today. This concludes part 2 of Where is Travis Jeffries Now? Travis, I will schedule a part 3 because we don't have the end of the story, and I hope that you will accept my invitation. But you and I have been on live for a little over 2 hours, almost 2 hours, and I want to respect your time. And of course, I have to get ready to go to sleep as well. So, right now, for this segment, if you can please explain to us before we leave, why did you love your mom unconditionally and she wasn't there?
Because I was still my mom. I mean, my grandmother always told me, she my grandmother always believed, I don't care what a person, how a person is. She never like made me look at my mom as a bad person. She always said to me, like, they're still your moms, no matter what she done. So, I looked at my mom's, even though I gotta say one thing, like every time I did see my mom's and I used to see her smoke, I used to like take a whole pack of cigarettes and break them. And she never used to get mad. I never even seen her get mad. Oh, yeah, my mom, she never yelled at me. She never like when my mom's was around, she always treated me like, you know, her son, and I remember, when I was 16 and I seen her when I was living in Harlem, she would try to hold my hand crossing the street. So I said, Mom, you don't have to hold my hand crossing the street. I can cross the street by myself. She's like, but you're my baby. I'm like, okay, you're embarrassing me now. So yeah, yeah, yeah. I never. I still today. I still don't look at my mom's that way, and you know.
Oh my God, you're such an amazing person. Mom is mom, no matter what she's going through, and I really appreciate you, Travis, because that's 100% facts. She's still mom.
Yes,
She's just
yes.
mom with issues. She's just mom with something that she can't overcome. She
Right.
wants to
Uh-huh.
overcome it, but she doesn't have the strength at that moment.
Right.
So, Travis, I want you again to let you know that this community, Jag Nation, Jagarism, Jag Country, we love you. Okay,
Thank you. I love
and
you
we're gonna
guys too.
yep, and I'm gonna reach out to you because I still got. Let me have many questions I got. About 18 questions left.
Wow.
Okay, okay. I'm always
Brilliant.
here. I always answer your, your emails and text messages. So, I'm
Do.
here. You know.
You do. So we really appreciate you for coming. We're gonna let you go because it's 9:15 p.m. Go ahead and get you some dinner, and get you
Okay.
some nutrients, and take your
Okay.
shower, whatever, and get you some sleep. And I will hit you up again for part 3 of Where is Travis Jeffries.
Alrighty. All
All
right.
right.
See you later, Nick. See
Thanks.
everybody
See you,
later.
Travis. See you next time.
Love you
Thanks, everyone.
All right.
guys.
See you next time. Thanks,
Love you
everyone.
guys.
Cheers.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Peace.
Peace.
Please like, share, and subscribe.